If you were working today, I hope like your workday was not stressful. But again, happy Tuesday. I am your girl Sinquetta, and I wanted to talk about something that I seen on the internet that had got me all stirred up in my feelings. Okay. So anyway, if you are watching this, if you're just tuning in, sharing is caring, but also commenting is like that. I can't think of like a word to rhyme with commenting, but at the same time, when you're coming in this live, just say, "Hey, Sin," just drop a comment and let me know where you're watching this from. Again, my name is Sinquetta, and I'm the author of this book, The Master Reset: A Girl's Ultimate Guide to Clear No Space from Her Spiritual Hard Drive, now available at Amazon. And this is what this live is about. My book is sponsoring this live. So, as you guys can see, I wanted to talk about ways that men can heal their heart because I just thought about that. I don't think men, okay, we're so used to there being so many women empowerment movements, like, okay, how to get over a heartbreak for women. A lot of that talk is geared to us, but I really don't think that men have like an outlet, or they probably do. I think they call it like alpha male strategy. See, that's the thing. When men get hurt, they really go in and they feel like they'll never want to get played by a woman again. So instead of like healing, they harden their heart, and then nobody can get in. Like, hey, we want to love you too. Don't let one bad apple spoil the bunch, guys. So that's what this live is about. I just want to get my perspective as a woman on what to do, because I'm going to share this comment with you guys so you can see what made me come up with this topic in particular. Share my screen. I want to share a window. Yes. Here we go. So I seen this comment online, and it said, when a man gets his heart broken, he will change. He'll never look at women the same. And that bothered me. I did not like that, because to me, in a way, I felt like the man was being a victim and he wasn't really taking any accountability. Like, I understand there are some crazy, trifling women out there, but at the same time, all women are not like that. Just because you got hurt by one woman does not make all women bad. So that's what I wanted to talk about in particular. So again, my name is Sinquetta. I feel like I did not introduce myself properly, but I am a reset coach. So I help women in particular get their swag back after a setback, bounce back, use their pain for purpose, and keep moving forward, because that's what I kind of want this guide to also do too. Don't let one bad experience ruin your outlook on like love as a whole. I don't think it's fair to make like the next woman, or in the case of women, the next man, like pay for what somebody in your past did, when really you probably didn't vet the person correctly. You didn't check their whole facts. You didn't do none of that. So you cannot really be mad at the woman species or the man species. You kind of have to take some accountability for yourself. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So, of course, you can use these tips, if you're a woman listening to this, and reverse them or whatever. But nevertheless, here we go. Hey, Brittany girl. Hey. So, my point number one is I realize, like, man, you have to heal. Like I said, I feel like that is something that women are tasked with doing more, heal before you deal kind of thing. But I feel like, men, you guys also have to heal. You have to go back and realize it was not a Shaniqua. It was not all black women, fresh and fit. Okay, that hurts you, all right? Deal with the third grade girl that said no to your Valentine's Day, or wherever your anger is coming from. You know what I mean? Deal with women individually. Do not put every woman in like a blanket statement and act like we're all the same. So that's the thing I wanted to talk about. Don't group women collectively. Just think about the woman that you're dealing with, or the woman that hurt you, and forgive them. Let them go. You know what I mean? I feel like if somebody plays you, it just wasn't meant to be. You don't have to like cry me a river, no Justin Timberlake, none of that. You could just move on in peace, because remember, you don't want nobody that don't want you. All right, so if they are playing games, you got to let them go. But it's no need to like be hurt for it or buy it for the rest of your life. So that's really what I wanted to say. The number one thing that I feel like men should do is actually heal. Get to the point where like you figure out where your hurt is actually coming from, because you're not mad at all women. It's just that one woman in particular that's like upsetting you and that got you in your feelings. So that's what we have to deal with, okay? Another thing I feel like men sometimes skip over and do is that they look at the beauty in the booty and they don't really vet a woman properly, okay? You know, I understand you may have ignored Belle Biv DeVoe when they said don't trust a girl with a big butt and a smile. But went on for it. But you have to take accountability for that as well. I heard that like it's important. Looks are important, okay? Attraction is important, but looks get you a seat at the table, but it doesn't keep you at the table to sit down and eat. So I really feel like that's sometimes like the problem with men. You know what I mean? I understand she light skinned, thick, red bone, but did you not hear her just cuss out the waiter? Did you not see that nasty attitude she had? Is you not seeing what we all seeing? Look at a person's character. Okay. Um, I understand. She you in love with the cocoa, the nice chocolate, buttery brown skin. But you also have to understand it's not all about that. You know what I mean? You have to like think about what makes this person tick inside. If she up there talking about her ex-boyfriend the entire dinner date, where do you think that this is going to go? You know what I mean? She has not healed. And I think that men don't look at that kind of stuff as red flags, but they are. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes the beauty just we just ignore all those things. We see what we want to see when a person like looks the way that we want them to look. Women, we guilty of it too. If he's Spanish with curly hair, got that good hair, we just fantasizing and thinking about how his genes gonna look with our genes, and we just ignored that like he hasn't really put a sentence together properly. So we're guilty of it too, but that's the thing. I want us to like take a step back, especially if you're over the age of if you're out of high school, I feel like looks should be secondary to you. Attraction is important, but somebody's character like should trump that. So that's another thing I really feel like we could do better as both male and females. But another thing about healing, I never really thought about as far as men and maybe their outlook when it comes to women is also healing the mother wound or the father wound. But sometimes I feel like men have not dealt with maybe any childhood trauma that they could be dealing with that they never realized that they are dealing with. So really it's not that they are upset with women. They could just be upset with like the things that their mom did or the things that they seen their mom did that they really haven't addressed. And I think that's something that men also have to consider. And I realized too, like, all right, parenting is such a big job. You know what I mean? I feel like no matter how many what to expect while expecting books, no matter what psychologists say about raising children, when you have children, you just never know, like what curveballs they may throw at you, like what curveballs life may throw at you. You just don't know. So our parents are doing like the best that they can with the information that they have and the knowledge that they have. You know what I mean? They are not superheroes, even though some parents really are, you know what I mean? They take on that good role, but some parents just miss the mark. So I do want us to learn how to have compassion on our parents and learn how to forgive our parents for what they did or didn't do, and also my thing at this point in my life is learning how to be reparented by our Heavenly Father, because it's a scripture that say when our mothers and fathers forsake us, God is there to take us up, and to be our like father through it all. So that's the thing too. So men, that's something I feel like I don't hear men talk about a lot, but I feel like that is something that probably could and should be addressed for some men that may be having like women issues. It may be something that's going on with your mom, like that you haven't quite healed from. So just something to think about. It may not be all y'all, but just something I feel like I noticed. But my second point was look now. This is one way that I know you guys will change your mind about thinking all women are the same. Oh, wait, I actually have bullet points. I forgot to put them on the screen. But here we go. Ask your mom, sister, aunt, or a woman you admire and love and respect about their childbirth, about childbearing in particular. And if you can't ask no woman, go on YouTube and see what that experience is like for women, okay? Because it's no crystal stare. All right. When I actually heard about how childbirthing works, it made me want to like kiss the ground my mom walked on, because it's like, oh my gosh, you went through all that for me, like to bring me into this earth. And it just helped me realize that like no woman should really be disrespected for the simple fact that they are able to do that, to bring life into the world. And that's something that a man can't do. So I feel like, y'all all got here because of a woman. Y'all heard what Tupac said, got your game from a woman, and all that. And it's just like, whoa, if you just hear those stories, I think that you would change your perspective on women and womanhood in general. Is not easy bringing a child into this world, okay? It's so y'all men need to go and ask a woman that you love or like and all that other jazz about a childbirth experience. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Because that's just how I felt when I found that out. And I feel like men need to know more about like things that we go through as women. As Monica sung, it's just one of those days that a girl goes through. When I'm angry inside, I don't want to take it out on you. It be stuff we be going through that y'all need to know, and I feel like y'all just will never understand. So that's another thing, men, please ask a woman you love about childbirth in the childbirthing experience. And even for women that have not have kids, it's just a simple fact that we can and do that and bring that into the earth. That's just like a major flex to me. So it's just like, boy, bye. Like, you're not going to disrespect me. I bring life into this world, okay? Let's go. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. My another tip for men to heal after a broken heart, because I was going back and forth what I should make this video about. Like I said, it was that comment that triggered me in particular, where I felt like the man was blaming all women for his broken heart. And I felt like, dang, bro, you're not going to take no accountability for what you did. You know what I mean? You ain't going to take no accountability for like you picking the wrong woman, because that's what men do to us all the time. Oh, you chose wrong. You chose a Pookie and Ray Rays. Okay, maybe we did choose the wrong guy. All right, let me take accountability for that. So I felt like that's what this man, probably should do. Take accountability of maybe like picking the wrong woman. Does not mean all women are bad. You just chose wrong. You just chose a bad seed, and it's okay. So my number 3 tip is, like I said, I got notes this time. When dating, after, okay, if you broke up with a woman or whatever, and you want to start from scratch and you don't want to go through a broken heart, I can't guarantee that, but I feel like it will help a little bit if you bring the woman that you're dating around other women that you respect or that you cool with or whatever. Because one thing about it, 2 things for sure: women know women. Some are like the women that I hear men fall for, or like that I see, and I'm like, oh, that's who you're tripping over. I'm just like, I could just look at her and see. But sometimes I don't think guys know, you know what I mean? They just feel like their game is just that good, and ain't no chick on the planet gonna play me. But see, you should ask your good sis Sim. I would have told you. She is not the one. So do that next time. Going forward, like ask women about the girls you're dating, because we'll pick up on something, that you may not be picking up on because you're just so in love with her beauty and her booty. So that will help you going forward, man. Get the girl vetted, just it's almost like, remember how like the man has to go ask the father for the daughter's hand in marriage before the father gives the blessing. The father is doing that, like sizing the man up, like, or when the man has to ask the father, oh, can I take your daughter on a date kind of thing, the dad is sizing them up, because sometimes we be so in love, like, ladies, ain't that true? We see what we want to see, tall, dark, and handsome. So we're not picking up on the things that like another man would. So I feel like that's something that men don't do as much. I feel like they think that they got it. Like, ain't no chick alive gonna take me. I'm a boss. But it be happening. I wish I was PJ Washington's friend. I'm like, bro, but you know what? Sometimes you can't tell none of these guys nothing. And like I said, women, we're the same way. You can't tell us nothing. I heard someone say you never tell a woman about a man she likes. And that's true. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just can't tell people nothing. But if you're one of those people like me that fell on her head a couple times, oh, I want you to tell me if this person is right or wrong. You know what I mean? Especially if you're like a man that I trust and I respect. I want you to get vetted, because I don't want to go down an unnecessary road. I'm not one of them people that needs to find out for themselves. No, tell me what's up. I want to know what's around the corner. If I'm about to fall through a ditch, please warn me. No pride, no shame in my game. Tell me what's really going on. Please tell me if I'm about to make a mistake. So I think men have to get to that point too, Be humble. Sit down. However that song go, but be humble, and ask for help. Ask the woman that you love, the women that are around you, like what they think about the girl that you're dating, and you should be good. All right, so let's go through our points again. So this was an impromptu live that I decided to do after reading this comment. Let me show you the comment real quick again, just in case y'all coming in all late. It was this comment right here. When a man gets his heart broken, he will change. He'll never look at women the same. That really made me sad. Is that really true, guys? Do y'all really not look at women the same? And I just feel like it's really unfair. Just because it didn't work out with that one woman, you have to have that kind of mindset. It's almost like, oh, once you get fired from a job, I'll never want to work again. I'll never look at working. Actually, no, that may be a good thing. Because sometimes when you get fired, see, that's the thing. Sometimes a breakup, a disappointment, you get fired, when things don't go the way that you plan out, it's sometimes so better things can take its place. So better things can be birthed into that place. And a lot of times, we will not move unless God disrupts our plans. So I really feel like that's important. That's something that we have to remember, Just because it ended does not mean that it's the end of your story. So you can love again, bro. If the person that's reading it sees this, you know what I mean? Hey, Kamisha girl. Oh my gosh, y'all have to go and subscribe to Kamisha's channel. Especially if you Ready to Love. She just did a interview with Corey. Kamisha, I was about to watch the replay again because I'm like, Corey is a mess. I still like him. I'm glad you interviewed him because it made me like him and understand him more. I was just telling my one friend, I think Corey is just really misunderstood. Corey, you need to be in on this live, all right? Because I feel like you could learn from these tips before you roll out the red carpet for these ladies. See if your mama and them like them first before you about to do candlelight dinners at the Eiffel Tower. Just relax, you know what I mean? Just pace yourself, because that's another thing too. Women, we do that as well. We kind of skip and go straight to the honeymoon period. So we want to be everything to a guy, and he really hasn't earned that treatment. And not to say anybody hasn't earned anything, but earn your heart. We know the Bible, the scripture in the Bible says, guard your heart. And that's the thing I realize, a lot of people do not do. Another way of saying guarding your heart is to have boundaries. You know what I mean? What does it take for you to let your guard down? It shouldn't be just because they're a man or a woman, they're here. They already in here. You know what I mean? You have to slowly let people get close to you. As they reveal themselves, you can reveal yourself. Remember, Giannis said that intimacy. But I need to sing it to you too, okay? Well, this is going both ways, all right? So, to wrap it up, our points are, men, to get over a heartbreak, to not be so, I don't want to say toxic. I don't want to put that label on y'all, but to not have that energy where you feel like all women hurt you. All Black women are the same. All Chinese women are the same. All women are for the streets. Relax. Maybe the women that you dealt with were for the streets, but all women are not for the streets, So calm down. So number one, heal your heart. Go back to when you was in kindergarten and that girl threw your Valentine's. Just go back, forgive that girl. You probably, if you had a microscope and God could show you your future, you're probably glad that stuff ended. That's the thing that I think people forget. If you believing and trusting in God for your life, that means it's a quote I got right up there. Hold on, my room. By Dr. Bill Winston. If y'all don't watch him, you'll need to. He's really, really good. Really good faith preacher. Contentment means being fully persuaded that God will not mismanage your life. So that means in the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, God is orchestrating it all. So you don't have to be in despair. You don't have to be mad at the person that played you, the person that ghosted you, the person that left you on red. It's okay. Like, glory be to God. You got to thank God in all things, okay? So, yes, guys, hit the like button, as Kamisha said. If you guys are watching this, and especially if you're watching this on the replay, like and share. You see him my live, really? Hey, Corey. Just pace yourself. You are a good guy. Like I do like Corey. I'm glad you had him on your platform, Kamisha, because I did realize, like, oh, I do like him. Not to say I didn't like him before, but I do think he's misunderstood. But I just feel like he has to pace himself. Men have to pace themselves, because that's what I learned too. Sometimes we like people, or we're doing things, or we think like love is going to fill that God-sized void in our heart. Like it'll never be that way. Even like I think he mentioned about his parents or whatever, and being married for years and years and years. That's good. That's a blessing, but it still is going to be like a part where like only God can provide that satisfaction, that longing. We mistaken and think like love is going to do that, or oh, when I get married and had this fairy tale Disney wedding, like everything is going to be okay. Temporarily it may be, but still, like it's still going to be a yearning there or whatever. And like I said, I believe it's only something that God can fulfill. You know what I mean? And sometimes we just like think love is going to satisfy all those needs, and it really won't. But God's love can. It's a scripture that's like, seek first the kingdom of God, and all these other things will be added unto you. And all the other things are, love, marriage, kids, career goals, things like that. But just first seek God. He will fill those voids in your heart, so you're not liking the wrong people. Because sometimes that's the problem too. We haven't healed, those voids, so we wind up liking the wrong people. We gonna like the person like that we wish we could have got when we was back in high school, but now that we pop in, now we want that fly girl, fly guy, or whatever. But really, you only want them because you couldn't get them back in the past. So that's the thing I want to like talk about. God will fill you up, and then like your picker will change. The people that you used to like, you won't even like them no more. You're like, oh my gosh, I was tripping. I'm so glad God did not give me what I wanted. Do you ever have those moments where you be glad God didn't give you what you wanted? You thought you wanted that person, like me. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to marry Ryan from Black Ink Chicago. Nope, you couldn't. That was my man. I named it and claimed it. But then I seen him acting wild in these streets, and I wind up unliking him. See, what if God allowed me to have him? I'll be brokenhearted right now. Okay, so look at that. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. So back. I'm sorry, I went on a rant, little mini rant, but nevertheless, we're back on track. So guys, heal your heart. If you need to get the therapy, get the therapy. Therapy is not a bad word. I know we throw that around kind of as if like, oh, you need therapy, you need, like, it's a bad thing, but it's really not. I went to group therapy and I liked it. I wound up learning that I had my own little traumas and stuff going on, so I feel like I'm a better person because of it. Look at me now. Look at me now, getting paper on YouTube. No, I'm playing. But seriously, so heal your heart. Also, please, 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 please ask your mom about her experience birthing you into this world, okay? And I think you will have a different perspective or outlook on women. I know I did, and I'm a woman. You know what I mean? I now like feel like I honor myself more because I'm able to do that and go through that pain. And I feel like that's something men just don't get. They don't understand. But if you find out and you hear about birth experiences and stuff like that, the pains, the contractions, what happens, how our bodies change, yeah, your outlook gonna be different. And number 3, after you done dated, got your heart broken, you're feeling bad, all that jazz, going forward, just kind of bring women, the women you're dating, and around other women that you respect or admire. Are you like respect their opinion and their insight or whatever. Because women are women. We will pick up on things that y'all men sometimes may not notice. We're into details. We can something about that person ain't right, Oh, she didn't even say nothing. I know, but I'm picking up something. We're very discerning. Not to say men aren't, but I think our discernment really be A1. All right. Oh, hey, Reggie, my girl. So, again, thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, this was a real impromptu live, After work, I said, I want to talk about this. And here I am. So, men, and women, we're in this together. We are healing this season in 2022. We are forgiving people, forgiving our parents, forgiving everybody that may have hurt us, and just letting it go. So God, cause I feel like even hurt we hold on to, and look, God can't replace with nothing else because we're holding on to our hurt. But we got to release, open up our hands, so God can put something in our way better and greater than what we was letting go of. All right. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you again for joining me, and you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, sorry guys. Hold on. I seen we had 2 comments. I didn't want to leave without saying our 2 comments really quick. Hey Misha. Hey girl. I also love your channel. So if you guys are watching my channel, do not forget to check out Misha's channel as well. So you got Kamisha to listen to and Misha. And friendship may, yes, and always heal before you jump into a relationship. So true. It sounds so simple. Who made up that term? The quickest way to get over someone is to get under somebody else. They gave us like the wrong advice. I feel like, if you do that, it may just open up the wound more because you haven't really dealt with, the breakup or the situationship that ended properly. We have to diagnose ourselves. Like, this is my thing, just self accountability. I realized like nobody broke my heart. I broke my own heart by not honoring myself, or I broke my heart by not enforcing my boundaries. I broke my heart by being hopeful and optimistic. Living in a fairy tale world instead of being in reality. That's where I went wrong. So I really try not to blame nobody for the things that like I done wrong, because nobody held a gun to my head. The choices and the decisions were all mine. So, I be trying to take accountability for myself and what I did wrong. So that's just what I hope all people do. But nevertheless, okay, I'm going to end for real this time. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.